Welcome to Awaken Human, where we rebirth sovereignty into your true self, bridging together mind, body, and spirit as we experience Earth as a soul in the human body, sharing channeled messages from ascended masters and our awakening journeys, including my own. I'm your host, Maeve. Let the journey continue. Welcome back to another day of being an awakened human. Today's channeled message dives into really stressing the importance of knowing ourselves. They touch on social media and using that from a heart-centered place, and also touching on how what we're seeing in the world is a state of being that's reflecting our own internal consciousness. And so I think it's really interesting that they touched on social media because it was actually a conversation that I was having that day or a couple of days prior with a group of women. And we were talking about just comparison on social media and what happens when we engage in it in this way. But I think there's so much that's been built around social media that's causing us to disconnect from ourselves, and it's making us lose our power. But if we can come at this from a heart-centered place and truly use these technologies to connect and create community and stop this space of divisiveness or separation, we can allow these tools to really empower us to come together. And so when they're talking on this, they're really just highlighting knowing when this is distraction. And I don't think they touched on this, but really I see it as when we're disempowering ourselves by using social media or these technologies, and when we're empowering ourselves to create and connect, and how can we be more in our heart when we're doing this. And I think a lot of people reject the social media because there's a lot going on right now where it's intense. And sometimes I look at the comments and it gives me an awareness of where we're at in our divisiveness. And so it turns people away. And when we're using filters or whatever else it is, it creates this false sense of identity. So, what I see is they're really asking us to also stop creating separation amongst ourselves and start to see each one of ourselves as the divine beings that we are. And when they talk about war as well, that this is just something, when we focus on this, that we are really being called to look at where does this reflect the lack of peace or any state that we're in imbalance of within ourselves, and also to be really conscious if we're going into any judgment around what we're seeing, because these programs, these deep states that have been in history for so long, it takes a lot of willpower for someone to break a cycle of this. And any of you that have had to do that in your own family, you know the challenge of this. And it takes a lot of courage. And so the more that we can send people and these beings that are in this love, it can make a huge shift. So really just encouraging us to find the empathy for what it might take to step out of this. Yeah, I didn't intend to share this message, but because I had done this when I was recording my spiritual awakening journey story, that took me about 10 different tries to record because of Mercury retrogrades coming in hot. So I wasn't going to share it, but after listening to it, I just feel like there's some great nuggets in there. So I do invite you to close your eyes, relax, and allow yourself to receive anything that is of your highest good in this, as this is an energy transmission as well. So as you go inside, allow yourself to receive whatever it is that's in your highest good. All right, here we go. Beloved ones, there's an important aspect of needing to know your true self. We cannot stress the importance of this more at this time because there are many ways that you are being pulled in different directions to lose this connection to the love that pours through you in your connection to Source. The distractions that surround you support you in many ways to connect with one another, but they also disconnect you at times from your own self. So when you do use these, we urge you to also hold the connection to your heart space and the intention to use these in a loving way, to connect to the purity of your heart and the love that pours through you as you use or are on these distractions. They don't always have to be a distraction, for when you use them with your intentionality and hold the field of love within yourself as your true self, then you can show up using these in a different way. We want you to know this because many of you have rejected it altogether, and that is all and well, beloveds. But know that this does not have to be the enemy. Know that you can use these technologies in a way that will connect you further, which is much needed at this time because there is a lack of community that is happening at times for some of you because you don't know where to go or where to turn to. So these platforms can connect you to others across the world. Do not be apprehensive to reach out to someone else that might be of interest to you. that appears to be on your same walk or path. There is a need to be into a space of greater love, to connect more to your divinity, to know thyself as love. Because there are many places where you are right now seeing where your world does not fit within that vibration of love. The wars and things that you see are a reflection of the lack of inner peace and lack that you feel at certain times. So, the more that you connect to this purity within yourself, the shifts will occur for humanity. For you see, what is occurring is really just a reflection of your own self and the vibrations that you're operating in with at this time. When you become afraid of the state of the world, you put that out into the field as well. There's a difference between looking at it from a place of love. Do not judge one another or one side because they have a role and a purpose in this shift for humanity. You do not know why one has chosen a certain path, why one has gotten into a level of this vibration and their potentials to move out of it. Think about the challenges that come when you are born into a family or situation with these certain levels of consciousness and vibration, what it takes to step out of it. And we know that some of you know what this experience is like because you have done it yourself, not in maybe these deeper layers that some of these have, but you have done this for your own self. These cycle breakers, family pattern disruptors, these are all a way that you too can relate to the depths of what it took for your own self to let go of these states of consciousness. Understand that this is what this is. It is a state of consciousness, a vibration where they too are disconnected from love. So when you go into grieving or getting angry. There is a need to let these feelings rise up as they are already there. But thank yourself, as these are opportunities for you to heal and release whatever is within you that is stuck as well. Whether it be in your ancestral lineage or in a past life, it all has its purpose, dear ones. Trust and go within, for within is the key. We love you and we are with you. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and leave that one right there, but wanted to just take the time to remind you that if you have any questions that you'd like to have channeled by the Ascended Masters, feel free to use the link in my show notes, and I'd be happy to answer or explore any of those for you. These can be personal, or they could be just something in your spiritual awakening journey that you're contemplating and wanting to receive more on. And just want to also send you all so much love and hope you have a beautiful and blessed day. Bye for now. Thank you for tuning in to Awaken Human. I hope this empowered you on your spiritual awakening and knowing thyself. The key to awakening lies within each of us, and by embracing our authentic selves, we create a brighter, more compassionate world. If you like this episode, share to your story and tag me. Don't forget to subscribe for future episodes and leave a review or comment. Until next time, may you continue to awaken to the infinite possibilities within.